Heading down to Wickenburg, gonna rope in the Roper Nation. Little old town with a...
Hello and welcome to the Wickenburg Roundup. Today I had some questions and I thought I'd go over it. Recently we have the biggest discussion I've seen in a long time is the EHV1 virus that's affecting a few horses right now. It could go and blow out a lot bigger, but we're going to sit back and see. But I want some opinions and I want to hear some stories and what people think is the best advice, the most prudent advice, what's the safest. But there's so many different ways to look at this, and I can tell you what some of the talk is and what I'm hearing, but I'd like your comments. I'd like to see what you think about this terrible situation that we've got going on and see what other options there would be. But, you know, rodeo, as we all know, there's a big one coming up. There's horse shows, there's barrel racings, there's breakaway ropings. There's some huge shows coming up that could be affected by this. And we need to, what is the most responsible way to respond to what's going on? But let's try to see both sides. I don't have a strong opinion either way. I know what I'm going to do, and I'll let you know. But I want to hear what you want to do or what you're going to do and how you're affected, because I think personally there's a lot of people I know that are going to be affected. About 10 years ago, this came out again, the EHV1. I was in California at the time. I was buying and selling horses, and everybody said, let's just quarantine. It started in Utah at a cutting, and after the cutting, it went everywhere else. So I don't know if it was completely nationwide, but I know in that area, I bought a lot of horses in Utah, and I decided that there's no way I'm going to do anything with my horses but stay home. So I stayed home, rode in the arena, and did other things. I went to, with my horseshoer, I went to Knott's Berry Farm, something I'd never do. But after that, everything recovered. I mean, the business picked back up again. I missed out. I got back what I lost by being closed, and I think it was a whole 6 weeks. And I probably closed down early and stayed closed longer, but it was, I think it was about 6 weeks. It reminded me also about the Gulf War, just about how things are going to recover. You know, there was a time period where the market was just dead. My dad and I, we weren't getting phone calls. We had horses advertised. You know, I'm going, oh my gosh, this is the first time that this has ever happened to me, where the market just totally went stagnant. It's done it since then, but at times, not now. But my dad said, well, we were planning on going to these sales. Let's go out and buy horses. And I was nervous. My dad said, this'll pass. And we went out and bought horses, and we could buy them a lot cheaper. And as soon as this got over, the floodgates opened, excuse me, and we sold almost every horse that we had that was for sale that first weekend. And so when these things happen, you know, we will recover. But this is different, I believe, this year. I'm just trying to figure out some of the economic loss that that we could have. The NFR alone, you know, you have all the contestants, all of the vendors, gosh, everybody that plans on going. I mean, let's try to look at both sides of this, and I want to hear from you. What are some of the economic downturns that this could be? A contestant travels all year to get to NFR, and now he can't compete. And now there might not be an NFR at all, even if they postpone it. But something could happen. And you go all year, and you're 14 or 15. You don't know if you're going to be healthy enough, your horse is going to be healthy enough to go compete the following year. So, I mean, there's so many things. It reminds me of the Olympics that we boycotted in Moscow, and people that were ready to go to the Olympics didn't get the opportunity to go. You know, again, what's fair, what's unfair, but what's the most responsible thing to do? And again, I want your opinion. Let's try to look at both sides of this scenario, and what are going to be some of the best outcomes. I'm going to stay home. My horses are going to stay home. I'm okay with that. I'll just ride in the arena and not touch noses with others and not have people come over and ride. But I want to hear what you have to say. I mean, it is very important to try to get both sides of this story. It's a terrible thing that's happening, but please let us know, and be kind. We're just wanting to hear people's opinion. Maybe things I had not heard yet. But thank you again for joining us. We'd love to hear from you. This is Richard with the Wickenburg Roundup, and we're at the Wickenburg podcast headquarters in Wickenburg, Arizona, at the world-famous La Siesta Plaza. So thank you again, and we'll see you soon. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Heading down to Wickenburg, gonna rope in the Roper Nation. Little old town with a big old